Hello and welcome back to our YouTube and what is set to be the review that you need to watch. It's our brand new speed shoe review. In case you guys don't know, we have recently signed with Under Armour and we're so proud to be a part of Team UA. It means we get to work with incredible like-minded athletes and also rep some of the most epic kit around, including these incredible shoes.
Today, Hannah and myself will be talking about speed shoes, albeit from separate locations. However, today we are looking at the Under Armour Velociti Flow.
Now you can see mine are a little bit muddy. They are everything I want from a shoe. They're light, responsive, they're speedy, they fit like a glove. I have literally, as you can probably tell, lived in these shoes. They are the Under Armour Velociti Flow shoe. They are Under Armour's lightest shoe to date, and they are just the perfect shoe for me.
And now, we never really agree on shoes. We tend to actually have quite a different taste in a running shoe, and this is like right up my street, but Hannah is also really loving it too, which is nice to see. I love like a lightweight shoe where I can feel the road. Like I don't like a huge amount of sole. Otherwise I don't know, I feel a bit disconnected from my running. I know that sounds very cliche, but I just feel really connected to the road in this shoe, and I've been really enjoying it. If you've been following us on Instagram lately, you probably know that I am injured, and so I've only been taking these out on 3-kilometer very slow runs, so I feel like I haven't tested them to their full capability yet, but what I have run in them, I have loved.
So, as mentioned, these are my slightly muddy Under Armour Velociti Flow Wind shoes. They are Under Armour's lightest shoe to date. They come in just under 8 ounces. But unlike some other speed shoes that can feel kind of quite flimsy on your feet and not offer a great deal of support, these absolutely do not feel like that. As you can see, the kind of outer layer, the warp is actually super durable, so they can actually withstand a lot more than many other kind of lighter, flimsier speed shoes.
I actually have a really narrow foot, and I found with some other like performance speed shoes, the tops are really plasticky, and when I try and get that snug fit, they kind of fold and crease. However, with the warp upper, I've found that it's been really nice and supportive, and it hasn't folded or buckled or anything on the edge, so I feel really locked into the shoe without feeling like it's going to cut off the circulation, because we've also all done that before, you know, you tie a shoe too tight and then your toes go numb, but it doesn't do that either. It's a really nice, snug, comfortable fit. I was also really dubious of the fact that there is no rubber sole, and I took them out of the box and I was like, these are going to be so slippery. They're not. I felt really secure on my run. As I said, I really felt like I could feel the pavement, and I felt really in control going around corners. I actually ran in the wet, and they felt just as responsive and just as grippy in that condition as well. So huge thumbs up from me.
I've worn these across a number of miles now, and I've run some quite long distances in them as well, and they've supported my feet. I felt really comfortable in them for well over 2 hours, so I'm really impressed with them so far, because I know that sometimes with speed shoes they can actually kind of destroy your feet a little bit because they don't really hug them, they don't really look after your feet, especially when you're chasing those bigger miles. Some kind of technical bits on the shoe. The one-piece flow midsole offers responsive and long-lasting cushioning. So like I said, this shoe is great for those bigger miles as well as the shorter, speedier tempo sessions. The flow technology eliminates the outer rubber sole, meaning you get long-lasting comfort and seamless running whatever surface you are running on. As you can see, I've taken mine on some slightly muddier ones. This is a neutral shoe, so it's perfect for runners that will require a good balance of cushioning and stability.
Another bonus from, well, all Under Armour shoes is actually that there's a chip in the shoe, and you can link that to map my run. And so from that, not only will it map your route, but it will also show your cadence, the angle your foot hits the floor, etc. And especially coming back from an injury, it's really interesting to watch that data and to see how things are changing as well. So it's just an added bonus, obviously, that comes with every shoe with Under Armour, but it's nice to have it also in this one. The only race that I have in my diary for 2021 is my full Ironman in August. However, it's in France, so it's 50-50, depending if it goes ahead or not. I will be training as if it's happening, and just crossing my fingers and toes. Obviously, I am running very short distances at the moment with no speed, so only time will tell if it will hold up for that kind of distance for me. From what I run in it at the moment, I think this would be my favourite, like 10k half marathon shoe. It's everything that I look for in a shoe of that kind of distance.
So in terms of what type of running you can do in this shoe, as I said, I've done quite a lot of longer distances in this shoe. I think it would be a perfect marathon shoe, especially if you're chasing a fast autumn time. It's also obviously great for those speed sessions, the track sessions, the tempo sessions. It's super light, super responsive, so it would be perfect when kind of looking to increase that power and increase that speed. And as I said, it's also super supportive, so it will look after you whilst you're doing those tougher kind of higher intensity sessions. I will definitely be using this shoe as my marathon shoe. I'm also looking to chase a slightly faster 5 and 10k time this year, so I'm really excited to see what they can do, see how they can help me improve my times across those shorter distances, as well as putting it in for some of the longer miles. We have a half Ironman this year, which is very exciting, I think, and with that race, my kind of goal will be a strong half marathon. So as soon as I'm off that bike, I'll be lacing these up and getting going on the roads, going from what I don't do very well to hopefully what I do a little bit better, especially with these on my feet. So for me, they really will be taking me from everything from 5k and 10k right the way up to the marathon distance. And even as I start to train for some of the bigger stuff, the stuff above marathon distance, I'll still have my tempo, my speed runs in there. So I'll definitely be using these shoes for that as well.
Hopefully you found the review of the Under Armour Velociti Flow interesting, and that you've learned a little bit more about what this shoe can give for you. I know a lot of you out there are confused over to which shoe type you need and what you want from a shoe, depending on the distances you run, the speed you run, the way you strike the floor, etc. We'll be doing more trainer reviews here on our YouTube, so keep your eyes peeled for those coming soon. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more from Twice the Health, and we'll see you back here very soon.
And cut!